January 22nd, 2026. I did want to share my prayers for Gulfside Church and their pastor down there, because I consider myself still to be a pastor of sorts. And I mean, my flock, my congregation, even though we don't meet routinely, these people still call me pastor. But the point is, false witness was borne against me, presumptive medical conditions, and then the injunction process was abused. I have the right to sue somebody for fraud and defamation and send a service process agent over to the person's house. I don't care who it is, without them manipulating the system to say I'm somehow like stalking them or following them. Your pastor stalked my children. Every single time I didn't get equal timeshare that week. You're no good pastor with regards to me and my children in literal duties. He cut me out through mortal sin. So I hope y'all convert and become Catholic. I am grateful for the church that Jesus actually started. And I'm not sure why so many of you people in these New Age denominations, which arguably are cults, why y'all have such a problem with the Catholic Church. That's the one he started. So to me, you're just shallow academically if you scandalize the church. Because it's like you can't play on another team and oppose the team of Jesus and say that you've been for Jesus. That's pretty basic. You can't violate his commandments and then claim you're baptizing people and preaching, using his name, raising money to support your family and your vacations, your long sabbaticals, and be that shallow in your theology and in mortal sin. My concern is that he's a Matthew chapter 7 Christian. Period. Again, because I was a leader in that association, and I chose to leave the association to convert to be Catholic. And my numbers were successful. We were 153% ahead for the churches our size while I was bivocational. I kept working, practicing law. So I pray for his soul, and I'm posting this because maybe he'll convert. At this point, he has not kept the Torah. The Bible says there'll be many that'll say, Jesus, Lord, Lord, Lord. I don't know you. I do not know you. So this dude ain't been hubbing up with the priests. There's a lot of good ones. And bishops. Certainly not the Pope. So now y'all are rogue of the Pope. Praise God for the Bible. I'm not even sure the biblical formula used is proper. And it's such a shallow perspective of the Bible. It's ridiculous. And hypocrisy to cut me out of my kids' lives and false witness and scandal. The Bible says honor your father and mother. To extend these preachers, the fakes, are supporting alienation of anybody. Y'all are just, you are waiting for a millstone, in my opinion, for Jesus, because you're so fake for doing that. Kids need time with their mom and their dad, and you do not have the right to discriminate against the actual organization that Jesus started and scandalizing somebody for converting to it. So, whatever. I still go to evangelical churches, but I certainly would not go to Gulfside Church. I'd go invited to sit in the front row or second row, like I did once or twice before, to just show support for the goofy dude who looks like a weasel. So, till you apologize and recognize what you did, there's penance that needs to be paid, because you wasted my time too, having to go up to a hearing. You're nutty people. You're nutty people. I was already known, been on TV, didn't need to know you, didn't need you to baptize my boys. I could have baptized my own boys. That's how sick you are in your head. You think it's proper to bear false witness and work so hard for God to baptize and make up for it. That's so fake, man. You are fake, 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 and I forgive you. Bye. Trucking with Trentisa. Jesus is coming. Y'all might want to join his church. At least be sure you get baptized. And for y'all that don't believe in the Eucharist, read 1 John. You don't want to believe in the Eucharist? That's fine. But don't cut others off from it. I've cut my kids off from learning about the Eucharist in your ignorance. Radical Protestantism. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. And veiled as freedom. What a lie. Y'all are cookie cutter, cult, new age, strange and bizarre looking wieners of leaders, in my opinion. Get the Eucharist. Weasel.